Hello and welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Dave. This week has been another crazy one. I'm not doing my show this week, I'm helping out with Mrs. Bushcraft Dave's show, so it's been super busy. I've not really had time to get out and about, and we are just approaching that last week of term at school, so once I've got all that out of the way, I'm definitely going to be back out and about in the countryside, hiking, camping, cooking, doing all of that stuff. So if you don't mind, I'm going to dig back into the archives and find a cooking video that you may never have seen. So it's a Trangia cook from very, very early in the channel. It might even be one of the first Trangia cooks I've ever done. So have a look. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for joining. So here I am, just set up a spot to put my Trangia, and I'm going to now start making this fantastic American style bacon cheeseburger. You're going to absolutely love this. Okay, so I've got a fantastic beef and ale burger that I'm just gonna fry off for about, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes on each side. It says about 8 on each side on the packaging, but I feel like the heat's gonna be a bit more direct here. We'll see how it goes. If it's not getting like burnt too much, then we should be all good. I've then got a nice piece of bacon I'm gonna fry off. I've got some Monterey Jack cheese which will go on top, and I've also got a really nifty idea that I want to try. It's going to hopefully see if I can toast the brioche bun as well, but we'll see it all getting put together. Okay, so things are coming along nicely now. It's probably been, the burger and the bacon have probably been cooking now for about 14 minutes. I deliberately wanted to make the bacon go that sort of real, sort of gnarly, smoky colour. I wanted to be that sort of crispy bacon style. I appreciate, and I've had some subscribers from Canada and America, so I'm sure this is not the kind of bacon that you guys would have in your burgers and stuff over there, but it's a piece of back bacon, which is what we traditionally have in our bacon sandwiches and things over here. So that's perfect, that's exactly as I want it. So that can go on my plate, ready to be built into the burger shortly. And I'm not too worried about the sort of blackening on the pan. It's just where the bits of juices and stuff have started to meld on. It will all clean off. It will all clean off. I'll even probably put some water in here at the end, just to, once I've sort of let everything cool down and sorted out the fat and stuff like that, I'll be able to clean that off, no problem. So here's my first idea, okay? And just a normal burger, normal bit of bacon. I've got a burger bun, but I have seen, like on videos and things that I've seen in restaurants, where they put the cheese on top of the burger and then they cover it in, I think the word is a cloche, I could be completely wrong, but it allows the burger to sort of steam and the cheese to cook in there. So that's the next thing that I'm going to do. Okay, so in foil I just brought with me a piece of Monterey Jack cheese, which I'll just pop over the top. And then the idea that I've had for a cloche is to use one of the pans, one of just the small saucepans from the Trangia set. Just stick it over the top, and hopefully this will work a bit like a cloche. Okay, and here's idea number 2. So I'm gonna just let that burger sit to one side in the pan. It'll allow it to just sort of keep its heat and let that cheese melt just a little bit more. In fact, I'll put the bacon underneath there as well, so it all keeps warm. But my idea is I wanted to toast the brioche buns. Now the only problem is I've brought some tent pegs, which I was going to just lay across the Trangia, so it would just sit on top of the Trangia, and then I could put the burger buns on top, and hopefully the heat would just kind of toast it. But I have a feeling that these might be a bit too short. So if they are too short, I'm going to have to come up with another idea. I think I'll just find some sticks lying around on the forest floor, or on the wood, it's not a forest, on the wood floor, and yeah, see if I can use them as some sort of, just like a little bridge that I can put the burger buns over, just to get them a little bit of heat as well. Yes, perfect. That's sort of real melty cheese. Good. Okay, cool, so it works. So I've got just a really nice brioche bun, and I'll just quickly see if this works in toasting. Oh, certainly giving it a bit of a toasting. It's not perfect. In fact, I don't want to go too crazy, so it's giving it a bit of a toasting. Okay. Actually, my flame looks like it's just about to go out. So it looks like I've timed it pretty well. And then I'll show you the last phases of putting it together. Okay, it's just giving it a light toasting. It's better than nothing. Okay, so time to plate it up. I've brought a few things with me to make this as special as I possibly can. So the first thing I've brought with me is I've brought just a little tub. I've got about a teaspoon of chili jam. I absolutely adore chili jam. If I can, I will put it on absolutely everything. And now, just taking the cloche off. Hopefully the burgers stayed relatively warm. I know in the instructions it did say to let it rest for 5 minutes anyway, but oh man, this is going to be amazing. I'll try and get all that amazing cheese off. Don't really want to eat that leaf. I've got some mayo to put on the other bun. I think this is pretty conventional for a burger. That's probably way too much actually. Bit of a dollop of mayo on the top bun. And here's the bit I'm most excited about. And I've kind of already cheated because I've tasted this already, so I know it's good. So I've seen a few videos where people put like fried onions and things like that on top. But I'm a massive fan of like the crispy onions that you can get. They're already pre-cooked, pre-crispy. And I tried to buy some from the shops and I couldn't find any anywhere. So I decided I would try and make some. So in this little pot, I've got some crispy onions I made myself. You should now see a short video of me showing you me making these at home this morning. Cool, so that's how I made those fried onions. Hopefully we'll have stuck some bits up in text, or I'll put something in the description as to how I made it, but ultimately that gives me some crispy onions that I can just put on the top. So, ready to try this burger. I can't wait to get my mouth around this. Okay, so the sweetness of the brioche bun, the sweet kick of the chili, you get the crispiness from the bacon and the crispy onions, and then as you eat into it, there's that sort of cool smoothness kicks through as the mayo melts into it all. But the burger, you can absolutely taste the ale that's been put into that. Not much, it's just there in the background, but I tell you what it makes me want: a pint of beer. I feel like after this walk I might treat myself. See you shortly. Right, well that's me leaving Treaton Woods behind me. I finished my burger. I'm not kidding. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will definitely be doing that again. I mean, I will happily do it again on a hike. I'll do it again at home. The homemade crispy onions were super easy. The ingredients themselves are pretty easy to get hold of, and to just chop up an onion is not a big thing. So I'm sure it could easily be cheaper to just buy some crispy onions, but quite satisfying that pretty much everything in there I made myself, ish. I'm sure I could have made the burger myself as well, but in time. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, you know the drill, and we'll see you in the next one.